Do no harm, care for, and protect others. That's my formula for a healthier, maybe even honorable masculinity that has worked for me. Now, Marilyn Frye is a feminist author who has developed, among other things, the birdcage theory of gender and oppression. It's the idea that no one wire of a birdcage is sufficient enough for trapping a bird, but put them all together as a structure, and that, as a system, traps the bird. In this view, our notions of, say, chivalry, such as a man opening a door for a woman, are wires of a birdcage, of patriarchy, of a toxic, impossible masculinity that, when combined, oppress women. Whoa, you might say that as a man, that's not what I'm doing at all. I'm trying to honor women by opening the door. And what harm could it really do? It's a kind gesture. Well, just like one wire of the birdcage alone, it's insignificant, but put together with other things, and it's a little different. You might still be saying, wait, I really am trying to honor one by opening the door for her. This is what I was taught by my mother and my father. And we're just trying to follow the rules that we've been given. And hey, don't a lot of women like chivalry? Don't some women expect it? I'm here to say yes. And in a certain context, with a shared understanding, such a gesture can be kind, even romantic. But two things can be true at once. It still can be part and parcel of a system of oppression linked to male dominance. So consider that the ideas of chivalry, of things such as opening a door for a woman, are based at the core around this idea that women are vulnerable, maybe even helpless, that they are weaker than men, and that they need our protection, whether they want it or not. So if women are weak and helpless, maybe even a little stupid, well, who better than to take care of them than men? You know, that attitude of, don't worry your pretty little head, darling, let the man take care of it. See how patronizing that becomes? Notice how patronizing and patriarchy have the same Latin root, pater, which means father, which means person who takes the role of leader, protector, and boss. What does that leave for women, except to be second-class subjects? When I was originally thinking of how to express this formula of masculinity, I said, do no harm and care for and protect everybody. But as much as everybody deserves love, protection, and acknowledgement, I realized that that was a flawed approach. Not everybody needs or wants my help or protection. As Anne Lamott also points out, help can be the sunny side of control. So what does that leave for anyone who's trying to help without asking? Well, our protective actions may infringe on other people's autonomy, their agency, especially if we feel obliged by our gender to make decisions for them because of theirs. Because maybe we know best. That's a very dangerous road to go down. Also, feeling like we are obliged to help everyone can inflate our own sense of control to unrealistic levels. We're not responsible for the entire world. That is a recipe for codependency and a savior complex. I feel Stephen Covey's approach in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, it offers a lot of wisdom here. He distinguishes among our circle of control, which includes mostly ourselves. Think of it as like the diameter of a hula hoop around us. That's our circle of control. And our circle of influence, which is everyone outside the hula hoop. We can hope to help and be a service to those just outside that hula hoop. These are things and people we can influence, but we should refrain from trying to control them. Remember, the first rule, do no harm. And sometimes control can harm. And sometimes trying to help can be a harm. Keeping this in mind helps us strike that balance, following the principle of care and protecting others, so it doesn't curdle into a form of control or coercion and respects other people's agency. Keeps us from leaning into condescending paternalism. Covey's final circle, the farthest circle outside the circle of even influence, is our circle of concern. That is the rest of the world. It's not even people we come in contact with. And it becomes very humbling, even a spiritual practice, except that we can be concerned about the rest of the world, but we have limited ability to change it. Accepting this, really internalizing it, helps us to keep our grandiosity in check. It also brings our focus back to the people and things we can influence and the things we can control ourselves. If it feels like you're trying to ride a unicycle while riding on a tightrope while juggling, that's all right. This stuff is complicated. We won't get it right all the time. We'll wobble. Maybe we'll even fall. That's when we remind ourselves that it's progress, not perfection. That's the goal. So we get back up and we keep trying. So is opening the door a kind gesture? Is it oppression? It can be both. So we build our understanding, we communicate with humility and compassion, and we figure it out with the people around us, one person, one context at a time. And we won't get it perfect, which is why we value progress, not perfection. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments.